It's an open house. We'll show you what our plan is for the Nights of Lights, and we are asking for people to give us their feedback.
The city of St. Augustine is looking to improve large-scale events like the annual Nights of Lights, and you can help.
On Tuesdays and Thursdays through the end of the month, the city will make their plan available to residents and business owners to review at City Hall. City Manager David Burcham.
The presentation is a series of graphics of 5 panels, and it's like 5 stations. You walk into our Alcazar room, and you'll go from station to station, and it shows the public what our plan is for the Nights of Lights to address parking problems, the lack of parking, shuttling, traffic congestion. One of the panels talks about public safety. One of the panels talks about how we're going to try to prevent people from driving through these downtown neighborhoods, which is what we saw at the last Nights of Lights. So it's our plan for addressing all of the deficiencies that we saw during the Nights of Lights.
Burcham says the city's plan will address in particular parking and traffic issues.
We've got proposed changes around the garage that have to do with when the garage is closed. People won't still go to the garage and clog up the streets around the parking garage. And we have some other changes, again, for these neighborhoods that we're going to be making to isolate the neighborhoods from people driving through. Ultimately, we would like DOT to allow us to use San Marco Avenue and using that as a transit lane so that shuttle buses don't get caught in that traffic congestion. That's what happened last season.
There's another meeting scheduled for Tuesday, June 10th from 5 to 7. I'm Daryl Moody reporting.
This local news is a service of your hometown Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you.
So proud to be part of St. Johns County. We came together as a family. We came together quickly. Guana matters to us. She is our Central Park.
Speaking to Liz Ryan at a press conference Tuesday, State Representative Kim Kendall was joyful and relieved that a controversial Guana Preserve land swap deal is dead in the water.
A crowd came out to celebrate at the Guana Outpost, and Representative Kendall gave a stirring speech. She was relishing the victory, but she says the fight's not over. She's working on a bill to prevent this type of situation from happening in the future, such as giving the public more than 3 days' notice when important meetings regarding land swaps are happening.
I will be presenting legislation to try to address this, in my opinion, workaround.
She also wants the state to buy the 104 acres next to the preserve.
I am fully prepared to make an appropriations request to purchase the 104 acres if the owner is willing to sell. I'd like to get it back to the state and make it part of the rest of Guana.
And I made a new friend at that press conference, Emma Huntsman, a proud Girl Scout and wise beyond her years.
For my Gold Award, I worked with Guana Preserve to build 3 litter stations and host educational workshops to teach people about the importance of estuaries.
She explained to me why estuaries are so important.
A buffer for storms, and they filter pollutants, and they sequester 10 times the amount of atmospheric carbon as a mature tropical rainforest. So they are critical in this fight against climate change. And when I found out that Guana was under threat and there were plans to develop Guana, I was very upset and motivated to work with Guana to help protect our estuaries.
And here's what she's doing at Creekside High School.
I'm making a school news package right now. I interviewed about 15 different kids who all personally spoke about how much they love Guana and why they want to keep Guana preserved. And so I'm here today at the news conference to get some more footage for my package.
That kid's going places in life. For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Liz Ryan.
The ocean can be rough, so keep an eye out for our flags on our local beaches.
St. Johns County Fire Rescue's Chris Knapp with a reminder about staying water safe over the Memorial Day weekend.
A safety reminder if you're planning to plant an umbrella in the sand and head into the ocean this holiday weekend.
You'll notice our beach safety flags are flying throughout our local beaches right now, especially during the busier months. Just to kind of reiterate what they mean, the yellow flags mean a medium hazard, so there's going to be moderate surf and or currents. If you see a red flag, you're going to see high surf, high strong currents, high risk of rip currents. And then if you ever see 2 red flags flying, one that'll have like a little swimming logo with a X through it, that means the water is closed to the public.
There are also some new signs to help you understand water safety.
They also reiterate the flag colors. And they also have rip current information, safety information for yourself, never swim alone, always swim near a lifeguard, that type of stuff. And what's very unique about these signs is there's a QR code that you can scan on your phone, and it'll take you to the current beach conditions every day.
For St. Augustine's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date with St. Augustine's Local Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.